गुरुर्ब्रह्मा स्वयं साक्षात् सेव्यो वन्द्यो मुमुक्षुभिः नोद्वेजनीय एवायम् तत्त्वज्ञेन विवेकिना।
He broke down because of his own failure to protect his conscience. But she came along with me with so much of faith and assurance that I am there, I will be able to protect her. And I have let her down. It's my failure for which I am crying. A wife being stolen by somebody, abducted by somebody, it can, any human being would cry, any man. But that's not the ordinary reason for which he cried. So these are the various intricate, finer sides of life. Rama tells us. It's interesting. So that is real education. So when we speak, I draw the attention of people to these scriptures also. Ideally, a wife is supposed to be dependent for security and safety on her husband. It is his responsibility to take care of her. Everything else can be shared. Your wealth in the bank account, but security, safety is important. He is a protector, caretaker. In that sense, his husband is a bodyguard. Security, he is a security at the gates. It's a noble responsibility of the husband. That is definitely very clearly indicated in Ramayana. A wife should not have to worry about her physical safety, security and money. What do you eat, what do you wear? I mean, there should be no questions in the minds of the wife when there is husband. That sacred tie, the tie has been often described in Ramayana and Mahabharata. Suffering was there very much. The whole thing, Ramayana is the result of one woman being insulted. Mahabharata is the total story, is the result of one woman being insulted. That is the core. Origin, seed of Mahabharata is insult of Draupadi in the open court, where a king is presiding over the court, and it is a responsibility of the king to protect any woman in the country. And in his own court, right before his eyes, is a woman belonging to his own clan is insulted. So that court has to be destroyed. It doesn't deserve to be present. As a ruler's responsibility. So the responsibility of the king, the ruler, is so much stressed. The king has to be wiped. The court has no business to live. Cutting. That is Ramayana, that is Mahabharata. So in the literature and the epics, so much of teaching is given about life. Shastras are codes. Code is not studied by everyone. Ramayana and Mahabharata are meant for everyone. Today their attention is not so much among the educated people. In India, I think hardly even 1% among the educated people has any knowledge of Ramayana. Which is why I said it is a sad state of affairs. Hinduism. Hinduism is the worship of gods for the elevation of the inner man and for the physical security during our lifetime on the earth. Security is of two kinds. Physically I am secure, I am safe, but is my mind secure and safe? Is it functioning in the normal righteous path? Whatever be inner tendencies, My mind may be going astray. My mind may be attracted by immoral things. My mind is not strictly conforming itself to moral values and things. So that inner man has to be secure and safe, morally right, for which the gods are worshipped. That is Hinduism. When you don't have a knowledge of the worship of gods, the mantras and things like that, there is a temple, go round, meant for you. You don't have to chant mantras. Then there is the best friend in life is your Guru. Guru is not superior to you, he is the best, he is your servant. He takes care of the inner man inside you. So Guru is not supposed to be sitting on a very high pedestal, only blessing him. He is his best friend. So Guru has responsibility, like the husband has a responsibility to his wife. These equations have been very clearly defined. Defining the equations is much more. So you take any subject, whether astrology or astronomy or literature or dharma shastras or the religious rituals, worship of God, all are interconnected. Nothing can be exclusively separated from the rest of it. The whole thing is a combined picture. It's a system that works. System. No single. Suppose there is only one planet around the sun, besides the earth, we would not be there. All planets are contributing to the making of mankind. That is how it's a system. A system is something. It consists of several parts in it, and all the parts function towards a single function, result. That's called a system. A system is something that there was at one time there was a caste system in the Hindu society. As long as there was a system, it was systematically working. Now there is no system. Caste system has disappeared. Casteism has come. System has disappeared. So we should not go back to the establishment of a system. We should try to see that the ism, casteism, is gone. Let all the Hindu society become one caste, totally elevated, educated, enlightened, in physical and mental well-being. That there be only the highest caste should belong to the highest caste. But there is a decline in the Brahmin's outlook on life. He has to be restored to his values. Brahmin is supposed to be the brain in the human body, equal to that in society. The man is charming, beautiful, strong, and other. Man is not functional. He is thrown with the output. Society. That is exactly what I meant in Hindu society. They are forgetting their responsibility to their own society, to their parents, servants. In this Kathopanishad, I have discussed certain these aspects. Can the sun be donated to somebody, the god of death? Is he one of your possessions? Is a big question. Then the commentary on the Shastras I referred to, Dharma Shastras. Your son is not your property, your wife is not your property, your servants are not your property, they are not your acquisitions. You cannot donate anything else. You can donate your body. These are the questions. Many questions have been tackled. The Dharma Shastras.
But Guru, you said earlier that husband is the protector of everything.
Yes.
How does this it contradicts a little?
Your wife is your charge. She is your trust. You are the trustee of your wife, taking care of her. But no, you are not a master. You don't own her. She is her own personality. She is with you, sharing your life. But you have to let your servant. Servant is yours. You are taking services from him, but you don't own them. This is, a negation of subsequent civilization defects. People bought people. Rich man was buying humans in Egypt. ఏమంటారు దాన్ని? Slavery. Slaves are purchased by people. So negation of that bad practice is found only in the ancient text. There is no man can buy another man. All that he owns is his own body. It's at his disposal. He can throw it to the vultures if he likes, or put it to service to others. But slavery has been totally condemned in this context. Well, there were slaves purchased. The Muslim rulers in India used to gather some 200 people when the king is going out, take them, bind them by ropes, sell them in Kabul. So fallen in civilization. You have no slave at your disposal. Your senses are your slaves. Your mind is the master. Mind should rule the senses to be in discipline. జాగ్రత్తగా వెళ్ళండి. ఏమైనా చేశారా? So, in a way, most of our problems have been answered. No, there is no slave at all. Slave itself is the fall of a man. Its values. Slavery. Almost all the questions that we are facing today have been answered in the texts. Not Shastras, not Vedas. Vedas are Puranas are the commentary of this message of the Vedas. Puranas are the commentary on the message of Vedas. And after Puranas, literature, again, further elaboration and the commentaries of the Puranas. So, when we have an access to the Puranas, that basically history. Certain events have taken place. Ramayana is history, Mahabharata is history. Well, it is embellishment, a poetic way of explanation, exaggerations. Suppose the Ramayana tells you Rama ruled Ayodhya for 60,000 years. What does it mean? He lived hardly 60 years.
అంతేనండి.
He did not complete his 60 and celebrated. He left, his job was over. Like a man leaves his office at 5 p.m. Not regret.
No regret.
Living is not a very great thing. But 60,000 years he ruled. His values are still ruling us today.
Yeah.
That is 60,000. They will be ruling in the future also. So Rama's values, personality, Rama's values as a king, as a human being, an ideal son, ideal husband, ideal father, ideal ruler, ideal public servant, ideal brother. These roles, that personality, the values that he stood for, are still ruling us. It is symbolic. When Ramayana says he ruled 60,000 years, he shall rule you for future also. And in the sense of it has to be taken. Am I clear?
No,
What
you actually are. Makes some sense.
The sense of it. God of death says, you will live as long as you want to live on the earth. Take all the boons from me. Go back to your father, Nachiketa. Enjoy life, wife, or 10 wives if you like, 100 sons if you like, all the wealth at your command. Then the boy replies, these things are obtainable by punyam, by good deeds, not as boons. In other words, wealth has to be hard earned. I don't take them as boons. But again I have to die. You will eat me one day. What pleasure is there? You're God of death. Show me a place where you don't exist. That is the Swarga, heaven. There is no God of death there. So he is asking him how to escape from you. Where is the place which is not occupied by you, where you are not present? And then ultimately asks for moksha, deliverance, total emancipation, deliverance from all existence. నీవు లేని చోట ఎక్కడుందో నాకు పంపిస్తామంటాడు. The place where you are absent. I love to be living there. It's a beautiful conversation. When it's connected, the inner meaning, yogic meaning of it is more interesting. That is Katha Upanishad. I called it Katha. No, I did not name it as Upanishad. I said Katha Yoga. The name I gave. There's so much literature. And there are 3 instances where death has been conquered. This boy went to God of death and came back safe. So it's conquering death. That means he never died later. He left his body casually, without dying. Savitri is another story. She conquered the death of her husband, which is a greater achievement. She faced God of death face to face, talked to him, got back her husband. The third case is Markandeya, who was destined to live only 16 years, but he is forever. Conquered his own death. Conquering one's own death is one thing. Conquering others' death is a greater thing. Savitri achieved. A wife achieved this great thing. Getting the husband back from the hands of death. Wife did this. The man himself could not do it for himself. So this Savitri is 100 times greater than her husband. So these are all the...
As you have described, the role of a man, what is the role of a woman in this age?
Certainly, you must take care of the physical body and the well-being of the husband. Security and safety is the responsibility of the husband.
So as a mother,
Mother, in fact, it is a woman. In fact, I used to joke, the women are very proud because they have given birth to the men also. It is true. And then a man cannot do anything. A man is your son.
Yes, Savitri did that by yoga practice.
By yoga practice, and it is tapas. Tapas. There is nothing that cannot be achieved by tapas. You can face to face, you can talk to anyone in the world, you can conquer your death, but that's not a great achievement. Conquering somebody's death, conquering somebody's ignorance, removing somebody's suffering, they are the real yoga.
That's tapas.
Huh?
That is tapas. Removing somebody's suffering.
That is tapas. Tapas is the only thing Hinduism believed in at one time. Now Hindus are believing in dollars. I tell my friends, I say, you are earning dollars is very good. See the other side of the dollar bill. In God we trust. It's written on the dollar. Why don't you take that seriously? The face of the dollar is okay.
That's good. Yeah, that's very good.
Looking at the face of the dollar bill is not enough. See the other side of it.
But how do you talk about tapasya?
Tapasya.
Yeah,
Yeah, meditation,
Is it a
attention.
meditation or is it a form of...
Well, there is a technique about it, but even otherwise, the mode is to be set correctly.
How is it?
The first mode, I am interested in the ultimate truth. Truth is of different kinds. There is ultimate, absolute truth. Then there is relative truth. There is a seeming truth. There is an untruth. Absolute truth is God. The ultimate meaning of all creation is absolute truth. That is the soul in you. That's the absolute truth.
And all tapas should be undertaken with that as your,
That your goal. Set your mood to that.
yes.
Now you are directed in that direction. You are placed in the direction, right direction. Then meditate. Think of whatever you. There is a God in you. It's not as though that there is more God in me than in you.
Can tapas be your duty also? I mean, if you're performing your duty and...
Yes, perform your duty. When the duty is repaying your debt, nothing more. I am working in the office because you pay me. I am repaying you what you have done for me. So I am not favoring you by working in your office. So any man's wife's duty, husband's duty, citizen's duty, son's duty, father's duty, repaying your debt. In this process, you are cleansing yourself. The soul is slowly set in right kind of motion, in the right direction. That is, tapas starts physical, mental, emotional, all levels. It is tapas. Ultimately, in there is a word known as concentration. Then meditation. What is concentration? Concentration of the mind on a particular subject. Meditation is on the another subject which is truth in you, the soul. Try to look at the core of your own personality. Sit in silence. Tapas started. Now it progresses. Tapas is a continuous journey. Continuous journey. Journey is completed when all relative feelings, this is happiness, this is unhappiness, this is loss, this is gain, this is good, this is bad, this is I like it, I don't like it. This relative differential approach to life's facts, it disappears. That is the achievement of tapas. Neither sorrow nor happiness. Everything is even. I have earned some money, I have lost some money. Both are events.
Both are evils.
Events.
Events.
Events are like the sunrise and sunset.
But it is very difficult for a human being to...
That attitude develops.
Yeah.
So, firstly, making up the mind to face things with suave equanimity. And then seeking the truth inside you. The tapas started now. It will progress. Tapas reaches its ultimate goal not by your efficiency, by the grace of God. There is some caretaker who wants you to reach him. If you have started on tapas, tapas is taken care of by the God. So there it is total surrender to the God. In the normal human life, surrender is not just belief in God and praying for Him, praying to the God for this and that. My son should come up, my daughter should be happy, my husband should get more money, I must have 2 more houses. That is not dependent, that's not a great attitude to God. It's not surrender to God. It is selfish, seeking all the time. Go on asking for the boons. What do you do about it? Nothing. Do you serve the fellow human being? No. That is just total materialism, ignorant materialism, selfishness, sought from the God. That's not a great quality. Surrender to the God is different. Yes, you are, as a human being, you have to ask the God for so many things. You are entitled to ask. That's your birthright. But then what is surrender? God may give you, may not give you. You ask for something, you get the opposite of it. But then even then, trust in God, belief in God, He has decided that I should not get it. He has decided I should get the opposite of it. So He is my master. He is my governor. He is the deciding authority. Still I follow Him. Still I pray to Him. I mean, leaving the prayers when it is not answered is not surrender. You can do it with your boss. Your boss is not giving you the promotions in spite of your hard work. Leave that office immediately. God is not something like that.
You can leave everybody else, not God.
Whatever be His, it returns to you.
Right.
Returns may be encouraging, discouraging. That is surrender.
I'm not questioning anything that you said. I'm enjoying everything that you said. But as you said earlier, the dollar bill, everything has two sides. Look at the other side is what you
Yes.
said. Every prayer that we do is asking God for something. But at the same time, there is a prayer that says, please make me desireless.
Huh?
Okay?
That's a desirable desire.
When you say make me desireless, that means I don't care what happens. All I just want to be at peace with myself. Contentment is it. With the yogi asking for doing the tapas is also a desire. What you know? Can
There
that
are
be that
desirable
way also?
desires. I mean, normal. That's you're asking for something which God alone can give. You are asking for other things which other human beings give, and you are asking the God to make other human beings giving it to you. You
Yes,
make my boss give me my promotion.
The Western society totally contradicts that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because to them, to accept what has happened is a defeat. Because they want to change.
Even in a football match,
Yeah,
one team has to lose.
that's right.
But do they give up playing? They don't.
No, they don't.
Suppose we keep all the time winning every game, every sport. Is it interesting?
No, it's
Then
not.
you would say, I have not met my match. Every time I am winning the game. There's nobody with whom I can really play. It's disappointing. So, two sides are the results of any experience. Accepting it with equanimity, wisdom is one thing. Asking for the ultimate wisdom from the God that is wisdom. Human wisdom should seek the ultimate wisdom. That is the very purpose for which there is a relationship with the God. Everything else is coming from other human. If I am earning money, you are giving it to me. And I have prayed to the God that He should make you give me money. Everything is gotten from other human beings by the grace of God. But what is God giving me directly? Wisdom only. Deliverance from all. No other human being can give. No one can give me wisdom. Only God. So that is the ultimate wisdom, balance of thinking. We have to ask this. And Guru does not give you anything. He shows you the God. Go to Him. He is the giver. A Guru should never assume. A Guru would never assume that he is capable of giving anything. He knows that he is not capable of giving anything. But he shows the path to the God. So as ordinary householders, it's perfectly okay. You ask for your welfare of your children, well-being, a good home, prosperity. These things, they are called blessings. Prayers for things. You are entitled for it. But then with a surrender, He gives or not gives, He doesn't give. He is my caretaker. He has decided that I should not get it. If whatever God decides in my favor is certainly good for me. No success in my venture is good for me. That is decided by God. I have prayed, I did not succeed in my business. It's okay. That is called surrender. So that way we establish a permanent rapport with the God. So He should be a constant companion in all circumstances. When Pandavas were driven, they were defeated in the court, they were driven to the forest. Did they forget the God? They did not blame. Very ordinary man, I have been praying all the time, God is not kind to me, He is not giving me anything. What has He done to deserve? Surrender is ultimate. That's the ultimate level of human life. Surrender to God. And as a human being, as a member of the society, if you are a fighter, you are a Kshatriya, never accept a defeat, go on fighting. That is the killer instinct in material life. That is called ambition, perseverance, positive qualities of a human being, not the result. Not the result. Defeat or winning in a game or a sport or a war or a battle is part of life. defeat is not to be treated as failure. Failure and success are different. You have successfully fought the war, but your opponent won the war. Somebody has to win.
Yes.
So, it is the difference between success and failure has to be totally appreciated. Playing the game is more important than the result. Because you have played the game, the other man could win. Because the other man has played, you could win. So performance, karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. That is Gita says, karma is your responsibility, result is the destiny. Playing the game is more important than winning it. If you want to play the game, yes, you should play the game only to win. But prepare to lose. But play to win. Put your best in it. And then you would not be able to blame yourself. You would not blame yourself. I should have done better, I did not play well. That should not be. I played very well. They got one more goal and the destiny. But I am more than satisfied with my own performance. You should be satisfied with your performance. But sometimes, accidental, even the other man may be far better player, you might have won it. But then you should say, he played better, but I won. That is sporty spirit. We say we are playing the sports, with a sporty spirit is more important. Sporty spirit is more important than playing it. The results are not important. It is for today the man is not able to understand, if the result is not in your hands, why should you do your best? Your best is your duty. Result could be anything. That way, even this attitude is tapas. You are a different man, sailing safe. Many battles have been lost by those who deserved a success. Evil people in a battle won the battle, but that is a temporary thing. Only to lose. Some other occasion they would lose. So every nightfall has a dawn. What?
You have to experience it, and then you really appreciate it.
That's it.
Yeah.
There is no, it was a very long, arduous, horrible night we spent. Because we met with some bad incident. That means your attitude, night was the same. You are not. This is in fact Oriental wisdom, I would say. These things are sometimes commented on. Their commentaries on Bible, they also said many good things of life. Attending to the church is okay, but how much of Bible did I follow? That's very important. So in fact, even in Christianity, the rosary, it turned to ultimately get a change in my attitude in life. Turning the rosary 10 times in the morning should make me a different person. Reason? People say, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Even that's a rosary. That's one mantra. Victory blood of Jesus, victory blood of Jesus, victory blood of Jesus. The mantra. Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost. The mantra. But that would bring about a great change in the man. It's not for the sake of getting more money in my business. I pray to Jesus. We should ask God, God give me the balance of mind and stability under all conditions, under all changes, good, bad changes they occur. Rather than asking for change for the better, a changeless stability in all changes, we better ask for that from the God, that courage. So we are not supposed to run away from the battle, face it. Krishna says, to Arjuna, Arjuna, you fight the battle. It's your duty. And he goes on adding, whether if you lose the battle and die in the battlefield, on the battlefield, you will go to heavens, far better place than this. If you win the battle, you will rule the country, here and now. What do you lose? Either way. This means he is not assuring him of any victory. Don't think that I am here to give you victory. No. Be prepared for both. So he is preparing his mind to face anything, rather than assuring him of his protection. I am not here to protect you. This is a world in which many things do happen. Face life as it is. Don't assume that I am here to protect you, destroy your enemies. Who am I? These are your enemies, not my enemies. So that preparedness of mind is which he is teaching. Gita has never assured of any material success by approaching God. Material success is not success in life. Stability is very essential.
Now, is it necessary to seek a guru, Swami?
Not necessarily, there is a guru inside you. A human guru, if you can get a good friend who is your honest well-wisher, he must be honest well-wisher to you. And he should have experienced the good and bad of life himself and reached a stage of stability. Then he can be your best friend. In the ancient system, Guru is God and God is Guru. But yes, if Guru is God, that means God is your Guru. Guru is great because he is God. That means God is more important. When there is a God in you, where is the need? So there is a saying, Sivayeva Guru. God, Shiva is Guru. That is, we are told from childhood, Shiva is your Guru. I am directing you to him. I am your Guru. Because I am able to direct you to the ultimate, real, total, universal Guru, all-time Guru. Jagat Guru, they say. Jagat God is Jagat Guru. Your Guru must tell you to seek him, not keep you with him.
What if the guru who has left the body, okay, and can you still have
He's teaching.
Attachment?
You have to concentrate, you have to say pranam to him. Because his physical body was not your Guru. The inner man in that physical body was your Guru. That physical body was his address. Address is lost, the Guru is there. That is the real Guru. Was his body kind to you, or was the inner man kind to you?
Well, it's amazing being a 66-year-old, and I was privileged to have lived under the
guidance of a Guru?
A great Guru, which I was at that time maybe 10 years old. But, before my grandfather died, when he passed away, he had the only one picture, and he sent it to me while I was in America here, because I was totally lost. And the day I received this, and he said, "This is your Guru." And the thing, similarity, coming here, and I thank James to have given me the privilege, because he spoke just like you. It was giving the wisdom without any attachment. And this is what after 50 years, I have seen a lot of them, and I've been a privilege to have worked with some of them. But
That small picture that your father had sent you,
yeah,
he has entrusted you to his Guru. He has prayed to his Guru, God, Guruji, take care of my kid. He is in your charge. I entrust him to you. So that's the best service your father has done to you. Great service. That is your heritage. To be entrusted to a Guru by the father is a real, correct, ultimate, most valuable relationship one has with his father. A father that gives lots of money to his son is not an ideal father. He is giving his money to his son out of his personal human attachment, not as a great caretaker. Human attachment is human, very normal. But a father who has entrusted his son to his Guru is a real father. He is a wise father. He knows that he cannot do anything for his son on his own. It is his Guru who can do something. That is the wisdom of the father. That was your wealth. It's nice. So we have so many stories, so much of literature on the Guru-Sishya relationship. That wisdom is open for all. I say one does not have to be a Hindu, one does not have to be born in India. Because those conditions are not giving all these results. One is born as a Brahmin in India, but he is no more a Brahmin, he is no more an Indian, he has forgot all his heritage, all values, system of values is got disappeared in him. Only materialism, material pursuits, they are governing his life. There are many people born in America or in Australia, seeking. Is the inner man who comes. It's because God has no rules about approach to him. Anybody can approach him. Anyone can. He is accessible to one and all. He does not issue passes for a chosen few. There is all rules disappear before God. Before another man, there are all rules and regulations. So trust in him. One thing I don't seek dollars, but I respect dollars. As for the other sentence.
it's a necessity. But it's not the
I draw our people's attention to the other side of the dollar. Because Abraham Lincoln believed in God. George Washington believed in him. And those great men, they have set this nation into a motion with a direction. You travel in this direction, they said. So Lincoln is Guru to the Americans in material life. He loved you so much that he wanted you to live in truth, in real prosperity, not just material prosperity, human values. It's a great man. Roosevelt. I visited Roosevelt's small White House, little White House. I am a great admirer. He was the man who supported the India's cause for independence when they were struggling with British. He was the man who advised Churchill. Mr. Churchill, it's high time that you left India. Let them rule themselves. It's my best advice to you. You will protect your honor, he said. In fact, by leaving India, you are protecting your own honor. And Churchill was not willing at that time, initially. It was Roosevelt's address to him. He wrote to him, he spoke to him. There is a picture with, to his left, Stalin, to his right, Churchill. The threesome. I enjoyed the picture. They were great men. I mean, Americans are fortunate in having them at the beginning of their nation building. Nation building started well. That's a very important thing. Still a few things might have been taken place, but it's not important. I think it's a great nation, great country. Today the citizen is taken care of by the government with so much of responsibility. If a small complaint goes to the country, government it immediately acts. It's not the truth. That's not happening in India. A good governance, people-friendly governance, responsible government, accountability to the citizen. These are all the way